So I'm excited to introduce our moderator for the Rising Star panel discussion. This is new for Southern Maryland, for Maryland period. Can you believe I've hosted, this is the 8th conference in 10 years in Maryland. I've been doing this for 10 years. We've taken this conference to 11 different states. So we've been clear out to Washington State, Illinois, North Carolina, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, of course, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Arizona, and Texas. Thank you. So 11 states, and we're moving and grooving as God tells us to. So I implemented the Rising Star panel discussion first last November in my hometown, York, PA. And it was an amazing success because I truly believe we can glean a lot from our teenagers. So, and Hannah, who is our Faith Bible Youth Director, Children and Youth Director, she will be the moderator. So let me read a little bit. Hannah McDonough, who's been, how long have you been married now? 2 years?
A year.
You better get it right, girl.
A year and a couple months.
A year and a couple months, because Mr. McDonough just arrived. So she works on the staff at Faith Bible Church as the Children and Youth Director. She has been at FBC for a year and a half, and her goal is to love kids where they are as through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hannah spends her time serving ministry leaders, mentoring teens, and helping with the church marketing. Outside of work, Hannah enjoys being outside with her husband Zach and their dog. Please give Miss Hannah a round of applause.
But yeah, my name is Hannah McDonough. I work here at Faith Bible Church. And by the grace of God and God's grace only, God called me into vocational ministry about 2 years ago. And I get the honor and privilege to come alongside students because they are not the next generation, they are the now generation. So it is up to us as adults and parents and mentors to help them navigate life. So I think this panel is going to be very beneficial to all of us so we can help young people, students, be unstoppable. So I'm going to call up our panelists right now. All right, so first we have Ashland Kjelland. Then we have Jada Cousins. We have Katlyn Barbee. And then we have Zachary Braden. Now their short little bios are in the pamphlet, your brochure. But we're going to start out by, you're going to introduce yourself, your occupation, so your age, your school, your grade, and then give us a fun fact or a hobby about yourself real quick.
Hi, my name is Ashland. I am going into my senior year, and I'm 17, and I enjoy playing the piano.
Hi, my name is Jada Cousins. That's my mommy right there. I'm actually 18. My 19th birthday's in a couple months, so don't do that aw stuff because I don't do cute. I'm 18. Secondly, I just graduated high school and I am a college freshman.
All right.
I'll be getting my film major at Towson University. A fun fact about me is I like video editing. I like watching YouTube. I listen to music, especially dubstep. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I don't recommend listening to it if you're over 40, because 40-year-old ears are not the same as 18-year-old ears, so I don't want to get sued for you getting deaf. But that's about it.
Check, okay. I'm Katlyn, I'm 18. I recently just graduated from high school. I'm a homeschool student. I promise we're not all weird. I'm going to Frostburg to get my degree in earth science to be a paleontologist, not an archaeologist. My favorite animal is horseshoe crabs, and my favorite hobby, of course, is fossil hunting.
Hello, my name is Zach. I'm 15 years old. I go to Great Mills High School, play sports, run track, play football, stuff like that. Fun fact about me, I love animals. I love animals. I really love animals.
He's a brother.
Yep. My favorite animal is a guinea pig. Guinea pigs? I love guinea pigs so much. They're so good. I know everything about them. And yeah.
All right, I want to start with our first question. Our first question is, what is your why? Or what do you do? Why do you do what you do? To just get to know them a little bit more. So I have specific questions for them based on their bios. So Ashland, why are you interested in psychology and becoming a therapist?
Well, that's an excellent question, Hannah. So I want to be a therapist because I know that I had a rough go of it when I was younger. I just went through a lot, and so it would be really cool if I were to help other people go through the things that I went through a little bit better than I did.
I didn't take psychology.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Jada, what got you into film? Tell us about that.
That's a great question. So it all started when I was little. I watched a lot of movies and TV shows, and at one point I was like, oh, I want to be in those. I want to make those. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I taught myself how to edit. I made my own channel. It's cringe. But no, I'm just joking. But I think film is really interesting, and I like storytelling, and I think I can show a lot of my personality and imagination in all of them. Great inspiration, Tyler Perry. Give it up for the guy. He's so cool. Actor, producer, director. I want to be just like that and just show the world just how great my storytelling can be.
All right, Katlyn, what got you into paleontology? Is that how you say it?
Yes, ma'am.
Paleontology? I got it.
Very proud. So what really got me into this vast subject is I'm actually adopted, and my foster father was a paleontologist. He still is, very renowned in the field. But like storytelling with Jada, every fossil tells a story, and from a young girl, I wanted to be able to decipher that. Holding a shark tooth, just a little shark tooth, you're holding a living creature, and that's so humbling. And there's something so much bigger than yourself out there.
All right, Zachary, so you play football and you run track, but one thing that you mentioned in your bio was that you put God first in all that you do. So can you tell us a little bit about why you do that? Why do you put God first, even in things like sports?
I put God first because with Him, anything's possible, and He just protects me and makes sure everything's all right, and He helps me succeed. So, yeah.
All right, so we have a lot to learn from these students. So I thought a good question that we could all learn from would be, what is one thing that you think adults or parents should know? Or how can we help you and your age group? Give us some advice, and you can go down the road.
I think one thing for more specifically parents, when we are in trouble, most of the time it's good for us to know why instead of just, I told you so. Because I know that my dad, he would say, turn the lights off before I left a room, and I didn't know why, so eventually I was just like, okay, this is weird. So I just kept the lights on. But then he told me that it was a energy saver and a money saver, and I was like, oh, crap. I probably should turn the lights off so that I'm not wasting my parents' money so they can buy me more Legos or something like that. So when you tell us why, most of the time we understand that there are consequences and we'll get it.
I like that.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What's one thing you think adults or parents should know? How can we help you?
Well, I can't really answer that for my mom because mamas know everything. Am I right or am I right? But I guess if there's one thing they could learn is how we accept each other. Because young people like us, we live in a totally different world. Things are changing. We have different people, different views, and things like that. And we just accept each other, I would say, more easily. Some people just still have that one mindset where it's like, no, we don't want change, nothing like that. No, you can learn from us that we can accept you for who you are and we won't judge you because at the end of the day, you're a person just like us.
My thing would be never be afraid to ask questions. Like, we're never here alone. There's so many things that we keep in our head. What if I do this? What if I can't do that? I can't. But communicating with your child is the key to building an interpersonal connection. And this just goes to be in the real world as well. Networking. If you don't ask questions, how are you going to find the answer? And the answer is different for everyone. And this answer is very personal to you. But we're learning from those experiences. There's always something to take away from that answer. And we're all in that pathway in life. And so that's what I would say is kind of get outside your comfort zone. Ask, because if you never ask, how are you going to ever know?
Something adults should know about like teenagers and kids and stuff like that. They just gotta realize that at the end of the day, we're young, we're trying to figure ourselves out, and just listen to us when we come to you for help and stuff like that. Because it really, like, it helps them and stuff like that.
All right, so 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for believers in speech and conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." And then Jeremiah 1:7 says, "Do not say, I am only a youth, for to all to whom I send you, you shall go, and whatever I command you, you shall speak." So age really means nothing. Just because you're young, just because they're young, does not mean that they can't make an impact and be unstoppable. In the Bible, we see that Jeremiah and Daniel were given huge, great responsibilities from God when they were very, very young. God is specifically using you guys in this stage of life. And it doesn't start when you hit a certain age or you learn a certain amount of stuff. So, how can you and students your age make an impact and be unstoppable?
So I think that a lot of kids, we have a lot of compassion, and that's, yeah, the compassion has the word passion in it, if you guys didn't know. And I think that we have a lot of that too, and I know that me and my boyfriend Jason, we never witnessed anything to do with human trafficking or anything like that, but we had so much compassion and enough passion to participate in the Red Sand Project and spread awareness for it, even though it never impacted us to begin with, but we wanted to impact other people. So I think that that is useful in our generation.
If there's something we could do to impact others, it would be the initiative that you got. Young people like us, we are so easily influenced by a lot of things, especially on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. We see anything, we'll be like, oh, we want it, or I want that. But some of us don't have either the drive or the intention or the hustle to do it. So it's all about the initiative And if we all have the initiative, we can prove to other people, hey, you just have the right mindset, the right hustle, you can do anything. Like, for example, I recently just started my own business with videography and vending machines. I need a location, help me. But at first, I was hesitant making a business because I was like, oh, is this even gonna work? And I'm gonna be successful with it or whatever. But it's like, you know what? Don't worry about it, just do it, because if it's something you like to do or something you want to do, if that's your initiative, trust me, girl, you're gonna be fine.
That's right.
I'll say this. Unstoppable people live in the now. So I have a lot of anxiety in my life, and I'm always worried, oh, what if this in the future? What if I can't do this? What if I can't succeed? What if I'm not smart enough to be a paleontologist? It's a male-dominated field. What if I can't make it? Well, I gotta worry about myself now, because if I'm not focusing on the now, how am I gonna be the better version of myself in the future? And that's really the key. You can't be living in the past. You can't be living in something you can't control. That's something you have to relinquish, because what you can control is your present self.
Amen.
So
Go
that's
ahead,
my
Us young people, we just gotta stick together and, you know, put all our trust in God, and He'll take care of the rest.
If you had to give someone younger than you advice, what would it be?
All right, I know this one from experience. Do not pity yourself. I know that when I was younger, I did it a lot because I thought, there's something interesting about me, I'm sad. Someone be my friend, please. But that's not how you make friends. Making friends is reaching out and showing that compassion that all of us have inside. So, yeah.
What advice would I give to someone younger than me? Better question is, would they be able to sit down and listen? But I guess the advice I could give them is, do what you love. Don't try to be like everyone else just because a lot of people are like that. If you see a lot of people are lawyers, newsflash, you don't have to be a lawyer. You can be what you want to be, and you can do what you love. And at the end of the day, it is who you are, and you should be who you are, and don't let anybody tell you to not be who you are, because that's just ludicrous.
I completely agree with Jada. My whole thing is, don't care about what others really think about you. I mean, it's something I'm still highly working on, so I'm not perfect by all means, but I remember my brother said something to me. What you do right now, is someone gonna remember it in 100 years? No, but was I happy in that moment? Yeah, I was. He would always go through drive-thrus saying a silly name like, my name's Batman for the Chick-fil-A order. But it was so funny. He didn't care what others thought. And I was laughing. I was happy. That's what you should be concerned about, what you feel in the moment, because that person might be staring at you in admiration because they can't do the one thing that makes them happy, but you are. So you're kind of being a role model in that sense.
Just because you're young, that doesn't mean you don't have a voice and you can't be heard. And you should just enjoy your younger years, because as you get older and older, you'll start to miss that. And yeah.
Even if you're not involved with students all the time, even if you don't have kids or you don't work somewhere that you're working with kids, I would encourage you guys to pray for this generation, because that's honestly the best thing that you can do to help these young people, is just pray for them, pray that they find their way, pray that they find their way in Christ, and just kind of, that's the best way to come alongside them. So if everyone wants to join me, I'm going to pray over these students and just all of the students right now. God, thank you so much for this opportunity that we had to just hear from and learn from these amazing students. We just want to take a moment to pray over them and all of the other young people their age, ranging from all the way to little wee ones to graduating seniors and freshmen in college. I just pray that they find their path, they find the right path, and that you walk alongside them in that, and that they are an impact on their community around them. Just because they're young doesn't mean anything. So we just want to pray that they are unstoppable, and that they feel unstoppable, and that you help them be unstoppable. And that all of us around them can come alongside them and help them be unstoppable as well. So yeah, God, I just want to pray over the rest of this day that you have for us, and that everything would be according to your will. Amen.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Foxworthy, and I am the founder and CEO of Unstoppable You Ministries. Thank you for stopping by our YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed the presentation that you just watched. Unstoppable You Ministries, we are in the trenches providing services dealing with domestic violence, human trafficking, and homelessness. So join us in the trenches by smashing that subscribe button, clicking like, and sharing to all your connections. We can't do this without you. We are on a journey of changing lives through our conferences, our workshops, and these episodes of Living Unshackled on Purpose. So you're here. Get the most out of it. Check out another video. See you soon.